Ruffle Feathers TV. Happy Sunday. It's your boy Phoenix, aka the creative player. And we gotta talk about this. Terrence Hire has been on a tear. He been tearing these podcasts up, man. But this one specifically is about Diddy. Like, did he? Really? Did he? Did he? Really? Like, come on, man. Nah. So he's saying that, did he try to just
It's a short life in
Why do you think
world.
that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
And the gay community is not gonna like this one. The alphabet community ain't gonna like this one because he's saying basically what he's trying to say is if you go out there and let somebody take advantage of you for financial gain or whatever, you got to basically do a lot of drugs or try to forget about it, and you're gonna try to do everything in your power to get it back. Which in some scenarios, I've known people who have been sexually abused. You know what I mean? That it wasn't theirs, but they do evolve into this hard shell, this man that it's like, you don't got to be that tough. Like, why are you like, you know what I mean? And it's like, because they're hurt. So I feel like there is some truth to that. But to the people who don't want their manhood and don't care about it and ain't trying to be, maybe that still is right, because he's not saying, hey, you can go be gay and do this and all that and then come back and try to be a man, because now we got to define the definition of what it takes to be a man, but if it's just protect, provide and all that, you might be able to take it that one way and still be able to do all those other things. But for the most part, let's just keep listening.
That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there, because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card.
Okay. I can respect that. I can most absolutely respect what he's saying. Like, once you lose, you have no way to, like, bro, the things you do for money, you done lost your foundation now. You know what I mean? So I do get that, especially if you willingly giving it up for money or for fame. You got somebody that's always can hold something over your head, blackmail you, and you and God know, and most importantly, and if these secrets ever got out, you would, how would you feel? So I get that.
No matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in.
I wonder what China man over here thinking that he like, dog. He probably like, nah, he's spot on.
No matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me?
I would have been like, bro, what the? Like, bro, what you trying to work on, bro? And the nigga just sitting there looking at you like, Terrence.
I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept.
Which is facts. Sometimes they be like, that's a man's man. You know what I mean? Like men respect him. Men want to be like him. Like men can, you know what I mean? There's some people you're not going to play with, but if some people going to walk in the room, you could tell just by their aura. You could tell by the way they walk in the room, by the way they speak, by the way they allow people to talk to them, and people do things like joke and all that. Like, nah. See, I'm the type of dude, I don't care how big you're, like, bro, you coming at me, I'm coming right back at you. Like, bro, you can be bigger than me, you can be stronger, all that, bro, but I'm not laying down. I'm not about to let you just walk over me. You know what I mean? If anything, I remove myself from the situation. If I know it's a battle that I can't win, I'd be like, all right, nah. Even as a man, you got to know when you unprepared. You know what I mean? Be like, okay, come back with a plan. Man, always got a plan. Be like, okay, I know, I ain't know the situation I was walking into. Lesson learned, but that's just what it is. But man should always have a plan, and men, we got to continue to be men. We can't be, look how they putting us on these commercials, man. When the last time you seen a strong black man on a commercial besides Terry Crews and wasn't doing something? You know what I mean? Come on.
So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them.
Yeah, I don't know about these patents, guys. I'm not going to lie to you with Terrence Howard. He claims to have some patents on like some crazy technology, some wild, smart, advanced type things. He said that the United States of America has taken and stripped these patents from him. So I don't want to get into all that because I don't know about, you know what I mean? I don't know about it, but I hope, him and his journey on redefining the universe, you know what I mean? Hey, I believe you, bro. I hope it goes well. But from what I can say about this, you 100% spot on. Now, I know that's going to ruffle some feathers for some people because they're going to be like, bro, how can you co-sign Terrence? You know what I mean? Because it's going to be some community members out there like, I'm still a man, even though I do that. You're right. You're absolutely right. But straight men don't think that way. Straight men will never think that way. It's like just the way, and it's not because you're wrong, or it's just because that's the way we were trained and conditioned to be normal and what is important to a man in these traditional values and all that stuff. So y'all can think different and y'all can disagree. And guess what? We can all still get along. You just got to agree to disagree. No need to get emotional. It's just like, from his standpoint, if I'm a straight man and he's a straight man, and I'd be like, bro, you let Diddy bend you over so you could get a movie script and some money. I'm looking at him different. His value, he has no soul to me. He stands with no principle. Like he said, his foundation is rotted. So that's where I understand, and that's where he's coming from. So that's just what you gotta, you know what I mean? Look at that. Look at it from that angle. Now, if your definition of a man is like, you can be this, you can do that, you can play with Diddy and you can do all this stuff and still do this and that, like, and still be a man, be like, okay, that's your definition. I don't agree with that, but you know what I mean? Don't make you wrong. Don't make me right. It just is what it is. We just believe differently. And now that I understand you, I can respect how you believe, and I don't have to criticize you or undermine your lifestyle. It is simply what it is. Like the video.